Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Tonight. We're going to be taking a break from the modern grind, a temporary pause just for one night. We're going to be playing some Commander in anticipation of the next set coming out, Final Fantasy. Really appreciate y'all being here. We're going to do a quick audio check before we jump into it. And
Appreciate y'all being here. We're gonna do a quick one.
perfect. I feel like, what's the best way to celebrate a new set but to, just relax, chill, hang out. Share my screen. We can jump into it. One of the things that I saw talked about was a budget commander deck. So this deck is $86. You could, put some more expensive stuff in to like bling it out. I chose to not, have any of like the really powerful cards in this deck just to see what it would be like baseline as it is right now. But we still have our infinite combo. We can go turn 2 Snoop, turn 3 Harbinger, and then we can put a Kiki on top. Snoop is not a legend, so you can tap to target itself with Kikijiki's ability. And then once you have infinite Snoops, all of them are tapped except for one. The last one's going to target your Harbinger to put a Sling Gang on top to drain them. You can also do a Mog Mob if you don't want to click as much. Besides that, it's just a $85 commander deck. Yeah, so we definitely gonna try to play like Sephiroth. I think Sephiroth is like a great value engine. It's gonna be really expensive though, but like this is the budget version. And the cool thing about this is like you can upgrade this with so many cards. And from Final Fantasy specifically, there's gonna be so many cards that come out for this deck. But again, this deck is $85. And so we're gonna see if we can play some games. I've been really enjoying Wort. This is personally one of my favorite legends. It's 4 mana for 3/3 with fear, so it can't be blocked by artifact and or black creatures. And your upkeep, you return a target goblin card from your graveyard to your hand. And that's goblin card, so you can pick up anything. We're playing Commander just for one day, taking a break from Modern, and just to like celebrate the pre-release is gonna happen tomorrow. Kind of like relax a little bit, and then we're gonna be back to the grind. It's just a 1 day pause. Somebody said that they wanted to see what budget goblins would look like in Commander, so I took that as a personal challenge, and I built this. And let's see what we can do. Let's go to Commander. Let's just do Commander free play, and we'll just jump into it. We'll play 1v1, just a little bit faster games, a little bit more efficient. And so now we wait, question mark. I will say, if you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to me ramble, hit that like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. If you want to do more to support the channel, join. Our match has started. Beautiful. If you want to do more support the channel, $1 a month gets your name right on every stream. We're gonna go from the top: Alpha Ronan, Tim's Top Decks, Elias Sutter, the Darth New, ADD Y100K, Jared Monsterman, and Annan. All those legends support us. Keep the lights on, proverbially, and allow us to go to these big events, and it means the world. One land, mulligan, and then again and again. Oh, appreciate you, Ben. Thank you so much. That means a lot. All right, so let's see. That means that it's working. We're going to keep this. We want our 4 mana sources in the ringleader. This is not a very aggressive hand, so I'm going to bottom the Aura Flame. Ooh, the Mog Mob is probably never going to be cast, if we're being honest. Arms Dealer is cool with like a Krenko when you're able to just make a bunch of tokens. Besides that, there's not a lot that you can do with it. Usually it just pays and sacrifices itself. It's a 4 mana Chupacabra then. Harbinger is really good. Let's start off with a Swamp and Pass. Oh, are we double queued? Oh, damn it. Not like this. I didn't mean to do this. Sure, we'll keep this hand. This is horrible. God damn it. Oh, how do people do this? I don't want to do this. Oh my god, this is so rough. So we have to take our turn and then yield. I think we just concede one of them. My brain is going to explode. So we go to this one and we concede because we automatically double queued and we're not trying to do that. Let's go back to the play lobby. Let's go back to our real game. Yield through this turn, pass it over. Because that's not fair to either one of our opponents. I will lose the mana, and that's fine. Ooh, playing against the Tyrannid deck? The better Tyrannid commander, if you ask me. I'm very excited to see how this match is going to go. It looked like a chocobo, and I was like, wait, how'd you get it so fast? So we play a swamp. Okay, so maybe we play too many black sources. We're learning. Slam the squee, go to combat. Attack. If we had a Goblin Aura Flame instead of Arms Dealer here, we'd be in a pretty crazy spot. Plays land. Gets a trigger. Plays legend. It's a lot of damage. So they're playing Hydra Tribal or Hydra Kindred or X Matters. Like X spells matter. Doing the math if they should attack. If they have a fetch land, they should definitely attack. Oh, there's a second red source. I'm happy. Just play the ringleader. Keep pushing the damage. If we draw another mountain, we're in really good shape. Yeah, it's fine. Hey, we got the Churgian. Goblin Churgian. Both those cards are good. Neither one of those is a basic mountain, so we're fine with that. So War Marshal plus Churgian makes our board pretty much unkillable. We need either a Lord or a Sling Gang, and I think that the Harbinger is going to do a pretty good job putting that on top. Next turn, we can play Churgian and Harbinger. We can kind of go off the following turn. We just grab a Kiki-Jiki, take him to the races. We could also just try to get something to bounce the Mossburn Hydro instead of trying to kill it. Look at that old school art. That's crazy. Dan Frazier, legend. Insane. Maybe goblins are good for something after all. Literally sawing his leg off to give to somebody else. All right. Let's see what the hell is going on. Going to 6 with the land drop. Probably going to ramp, if I had to guess, like a Genesis wave maybe. No, they don't have triple green. If they grab like 3 lands, they're in trouble. Because it goes to 12, then 24, then 48. But if they just go like double rampant growth, like explosive vegetation is pretty bad for us. Ooh, Apocalypse Hydra is hot. Apocalypse Hydra. And you get to copy it? Yeah, that's pretty good. 2 5/5s to become 10/10s because of counters. Yeah. And he's got tramples, so we got to deal with that pretty much immediately. No attacks because they win next turn, probably. So I really want to deal with this Hydra, but I don't think I can this turn. We can Harbinger to set it up for the following turn, play a Churgian. It's a tough spot. Okay. We need chump blockers, so we got to grab probably a Krenko. I mean, this will kill us if they play 2 more land drops. These don't have trample, so we're fine for now. I guess the best thing we can do is put a Kiki-Jiki on top. No, I guess we could put a Muxus on top. Can we even cast Muxus? Make sure the connection's working. Everything was dipping out for a second. Closing Discord, jumping back in. So we can either grab, I was thinking unsummon, so where is it? Sear Slicer, Sting Scorcher. So we either grab an unsummon and we put the Hydra back in their hand and go to chump block mode. Next turn, we get to play Wort and start picking up a Sting Scourger, and every turn we get to unsummon. The issue with that is they can just cast. No, it's a okay. So it's a 3-drop. It's not an X spell, so that's really good. We could do that. We could also grab a Kiki-Jiki. And what Kiki-Jiki would do was it would allow us to copy our Ringleader or our Harbingers to start setting up our stuff and potentially combo kill them. But I think they're just, I mean, they didn't attack last turn. We could also set up for next turn and grab a Muxus. So many different lines we could take. I think overall, it's best to be safe. Like, we play Wort so that we can be interactive and then grind to the late game. And we could just die to, like, again, explosive vegetation on this. So we could grab Muxus, Kiki Jiki, like even potentially Krenko. But we can do all that later. After we make sure we don't die. So we get the Goblin, good combat. Don't attack. Pass it over. I have a free chump block here, and the ringleader's going to go here. Mr. Grimoire is fine. You can draw all the cards that you want. I'm going to go crazy. Fetch land's really good. X damage to each creature would be really good. Bonfire of the Damned, I guess, would be good. Okay. Okay, so chapter 1 is you may put a creature card from your hand on the battlefield. If its mana cost it contains X, it enters with a number of one counters on it equal to the number of lands you control. 2 and 3 are double the number of each kind of counter on target creature you control. It's pretty good. Ooh, they get to put a Genesis Hydra into play. It's quite good. Yeah, the whole idea of just putting Genesis Wave on a Hydra is just so cool. Combat, put the counter on the thing. Targets the Genesis Hydra. I feel like they have... Yeah, so Echo's fine. This can die. Get another token. Not doing that. Draw a mountain. No, we draw the Sting Scorcher. We know what we're drawing. We did this already. We can even play an Arms Dealer. Can't play it and activate it, though. But we get to do the cool thing we said, which is Sting Scourger. Sting Scourger bounce the Mossborn Hydra. Unsummon in red. And just goblins. This is the face of my opponent when they see this. Unsummon? What? And now we'll play our legend. Poor execution. We could have attacked, and then they could have blocked, and then we could have warded, and then we could have possibly gotten whatever we want back. Push damage. Hey, appreciate you dropping in, Derek. Thank you for being here. Means a lot, bro. How was your day? We're playing Goblins in Commander. This is a $85 budget brew. Link is in FlexLot. I'm going to post it in the description down below. People were talking about, how do I play Goblins on a budget? Well, the deck I have been playing was like $300, so I cut all the lands, and then I cut everything else, and we're left with $85 of awesome cards. Most of these cards were under $1, which is amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it was a really hot day. 1000%. It was a really hot day here too, and yeah, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But now we get to chill, figurative and literally. And jokes on my opponent, we're not casting non-creature spells. I'm from Illinois, like not Southern Illinois. Top half. How about you? Okay, double the counters on that one. Just fling it at me, why don't you? Maybe you'll fling it in my face. Hey, respect to New York. Straight up. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I've never been to New York, but I feel like Chicago and New York, at least like by the lake front, is similar climates because of the amount of like water. Hey, what's up, Jared? Appreciate you being here. I know, Jared, I'm playing Commander for you. So many of my competitive friends, they don't know my true roots. Jared, this is an $85 budget brew. Budget Commander, baby. How do you play Goblins and Commander on a budget? $85 right here. How do you even do that? Well, I don't know, but we did it. The list is on FlexLot. A Protein Hydra, 2 Protein Hydras with 6 counters. If damage would be dealt to this creature, prevent that damage, remove that many counters from it. Whenever 1/1 counter is removed from this creature, put 2 1/1 counters on it at the beginning of the next end step. Actually insane. No worries. Yeah, I love that. You know, I could represent even if I wasn't able to make it to the actual store tonight. This week has been so tiring. It's kind of insane. But we made it through. We survived. And now we get to play some games. Okay, so pick up the ringleader. No, I will not pay this mana. Ooh, I think I'm gonna do Boar's Hat at 7 right after work. What time is the energy one? I might go to that one. Pick up the ringleader. What's important is none of their stuff is trample. Play land. Play ringleader. Trigger's great. Skirk would be amazing. All these cards are great too. Goliath is insane. It's a 6-mana 1/1. Doesn't do like a lot here, but you basically 4-mana tap. If a source you control would deal damage to an opponent, it deals double that damage to that player instead. The first one is better if you have a full pod, but it's for a goblin. This is a crazy stat line. Hey, appreciate you dropping in. Thank you so much for being here. Playing some $85 budget commander. Sling Gang's also really good in this situation. I can just keep sacrificing stuff over and over again. Bushwhacker's intriguing, but I think I very much so die on the crackback. Kind of want to play it slow. So let's get down the Trojan. Even though it's not the greatest. I mean, Wort can't be blocked. And then we can just Goblin Trojan some crazy shenanigans. Fear is busted. Okay, they go to 24, and then we pass it over. Now this next turn, because we picked up Ringleader, we're going to pick up Mogwai Marshal. Gives us more blocks. With Goblin Trojan, it's actually insane. So what we can do with Goblin Trojan is really cool. We can go block, block, and then use like something that we want to live, like the Goblin Trojan itself, to block. And then we sack the Goblin token to make our Trojan live, and then sack another Goblin token that blocked to make one of our Goblin tokens live. Just so much shenanigans that we get to do. It's kind of insane. I'm going to cast a non-creature spell eventually, right? Right? All right, this Apocalypse Hydra is going to become a 40/40. Now the question is, can they kill us with it? No, they spread the damage out because they don't have a fling. If they had some form of like fling style effect, then they would be able to target their original Apocalypse Hydra and just say, suck it, nerd. As is, they're going to be attacking. Replays the Mossborn Hydra. Yep. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Land triggers, combat goes to 3. It's kind of the only window I have to kill it, so maybe I mob it. Or we could go arms dealer activate. Okay. Let's do it like this. Block like this. Okay. Go to effects. Sack. Or regenerate target. So no damage will be taken. My Trojan will live. I lose 1 goblin, and it's the one that I want to lose. Upkeep's good. Let's just keep running it back. Yes. I think I'm good with this. We drew a mountain, which is amazing. Play the ringleader. Skirk. Muxus. Kiki Jiki. Muxus. Hell yeah. And Boggart Mob. Boggart Mob's kind of busted with ringleader. We've already played our land. Kind of want to use this bog mob or mog mob to kill this mossborn hydra. Is there any reason not to do that? It has trample. It's the only thing that can really start pushing damage. We can get a sling gang down. If we get a Skirk next turn, the Sling Gang's gonna be much better than the Bogger Mob or the Mog Mob. This will let us start drain gaining. And if we need to, next upkeep, we can just pick up the Sting Scourger again. I think they always want to block. Oh yeah, Jared, 1000%. We will be playing these at the RC, just not in the RC. These will be cards that we play for fun in between rounds. It's nice to have a deck that's under $100 for Commander, because sometimes you just spend so much money in the format. Discard. Oh, I actually like that. So this damage-based removal spell is not really going to do anything against this deck specifically. Yep. So it goes to 5. So I feel like if they would have been attacking this whole time, we would have been hard-pressed to block and keep pressure on them. Because they haven't done anything, we've been able to slowly amass a board where now we're going to be able to block and then kill them on the crackback. Or If not, kill them. Set up to kill them the following turn. And now we have 2 sack outlets. So we have the ability to sack our ringleader or the sling gang. They're going to triple ping it. Okay. So in response to this, I'm going to activate sacrificing a goblin to regenerate it. Well, it still only has 1 damage marked. So if they do it in response, they still only get to 2 damage. Whereas in the future, I could, let that second ping resolve, and before the third ping resolves, do it. But then they just ping in response. I guess it works either way, I guess. And the other way, we force them to remove another counter and tap out. Because now they just wait. Unless they... yeah. They just wanted to get a creature off our board. Very close game here. Being carried by Wort. Absolute legend. Literally. We're in Trojan. Target sling gang, sacking ringleader. Untap upkeep, target. Let's get Sting Scorcher to be safe. And Goblin Grenade. Oh, we have a dream. All right. Muxus. Nothing bad's going to happen. Okay. Rabblemaster, Munitions, Kiki. I would like to shoot down your Mossborn Hydra because it has trample and it needs to die. And then Kiki can copy a Sling Gang. And then we can Bushwhack. I don't know, opponent. You might be dead. Yes, please. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. So if we go Kiki, what does more damage? Copying Sling Gang or Rabblemaster? I think Rabblemaster, right? Because it makes... I guess Sling Gang will make 3 more bodies. Rabblemaster will make 2. So let's copy the Sling Gang. And they're tapped out, so this is going to be bad. Because we're just going to go Bushwhack plus Grenade. Nothing bad's going to happen, opponent. Nothing bad is going to happen. Deflecting SWAT. Choose new targets for target spell or ability. Okay. Sure. Make a copy of my Goblin Trojan. But it still has to be a creature I control, I believe. So they're going to choose a token. Why aren't they deflecting SWAT this? Or would it count the goblins they control then? Interesting. So even still, we go bushwhack. That's 12. 13. Oof. GG, opponent. Well played. Thinking about where to put it and realize even if they give me an extra Churgeon, it's kind of crazy. All right, so what I learned from that was that we really want more red sources. We don't have enough red sources, but we're going to run it back. Keep it going. Will we get to be on the play this time? Much better. We have a third land here. Bottom of 4 drop. We have the munitions expert, so we don't need the other one. We're going to be very diplomatic this game. All right, turn 1, mountain, see what we draw. If we draw a double red or triple red spell, we don't want to play the Boggart. Also, if we draw a red-black source, we don't want to play the Boggart, because then it won't be in our hand. The easiest way for you to lose a game of Magic is to play the wrong lands. Pass it over. Deep breath, reset. Nature's Lore. That's a good card. What are we playing against? Bellobata Brambles. It's a 3-mana 3/3. During your turn, each non-equipment, artifact, and non-aura enchantment you control is with mana value 4 or greater is a 4/4 elemental creature in addition to those other types and is indestructible haste, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay, that's cool. Basically animates all your stuff with CMC 4 or greater if it's an artifact or enchantment, and is a curiosity attached to them. That's pretty sick. It is a 3/3 though, so it dies 7 ways to Sunday. I think in this spot we just get Arms Dealer down. It's not the greatest, but it's what we're going to do. They don't really want to play their legend now. Looking at this, it makes me expect Prison. Like they're going to be playing a lot of different super powerful artifacts and enchantments. Or, yeah, they could just be playing vehicles, I guess. That makes sense, too. Seer Slicer is sick. So if I bolt myself, I can go Munitions Expert. Yes. Combat. Swing. Kill this. They didn't animate. That's interesting. I guess it is crew 4. Me being silly. Wait, what? Sack 2 untap lands? Tap for 4? Okay, the Immortal Sun's good. That's good. We do not have... Ooh, but they're going to play their legend and we're going to be in trouble. I guess not, because we can do a bunch of things. Let's get a Seer Slicer down. Go to combat. We're just going to yield through this turn and just swing. Trigger's good. They're going to pass to their combat. When they go to combat, because they're going to have cast their bello. I have no clue if I said that right. Bello? Bello. Bard of Brambles. Before they're able to attack with their big creatures that are animated, we're going to blow up the thing, and then they're no longer going to be animated. I will say, I've never seen a Scorched Ruins before, actually, in my life. I'm sure I've read the card on, like, Gatherer and stuff, but I've never seen it in a game. Watching my opponent Stone Rain themselves twice is kind of insane to see, especially because we do play land destruction in this deck. Not mass land destruction, just like Goblins that say destroy target land. There's a Worm Coil. Okay. We can't attack into that. Play the Bello. Yep. Blow it up. Okay, so now they have a Nazika's chair that's crude. They don't have a token, so we don't have to worry about the attack trigger. Ooh, want to do a little bit of goblin negotiating? Maybe later. Let's Sting Scourger this thing. Combat. Seal through this turn. We are going to be buried by this Immortal Sun eventually. But for now, we're pretty far ahead. Oh, wait. Actually, I can't even say that because we're behind on life. Okay. I am not afraid of the One Ring. I've played through it in Modern and Legacy. You just got to make sure that you don't, get scared and concede when you see the One Ring. Make your opponent have it. Force them to actually kill you. They don't have deserts, so they won't make 2/2s. They're just going to ramp. Dark Depths, probably. And they get to untap and pass. And then we have to try to figure out a way to instant speed. No, they just got to feel the dead. Okay. I would not like to do this. No. Beautiful. Mountain is the right direction. We have double arms dealer activation up, so that's really good too. I mean, this is just another 2/1. I think we have to wait to get one more land. So we're just going to go to combat and swing with everything. Get that token and pass. We're practicing. We're warming up, making sure that, right. So it's like Rock Lee punching the walls. Mike guy doing handstand walks around the village. You gotta get the reps in while you can. Yeah, that's pretty good. Replay the Worm Coil. That's pretty good. Lightning Greaves on the Worm Coil. Opponent, you forced me to do what I do not want to do. Guess we don't have to do it like that. No, we do. Right? It doesn't have trample. Yeah, that's fine. If that's what you're trying to do, that's fine. Go to combat. I guess they could also play their legend. Coercive Portal. Oh, no. Beginning of your upkeep, starting with you, each player votes for Carnage or Homage. If Carnage gets more votes, sacrifice this artifact and destroy all non-land permanents. If Homage gets more votes or the vote is tied, draw a card. Basically 4 mana Phyrexian Arena with no downside, or it could be a disc. That's great. Combat's okay. No attacks, pass. Yeah, that's fine. Beautiful. Second land's really good. So we could swing with everything besides the arms dealer. It's only 2 though. We pick up munitions expert. That's kind of good. Sting Scorcher is also kind of decent. Just not against the engine right now. The best plan of attacking against the engine is just to be attacking. I guess if we get a Goblin Diplomats down, crazy as it sounds, we can force them to attack and then block and then sack. So we're not going to attack. We're going to tap the Goblin Diplomats on their turn. Not this turn, but the following turn. I'm going to vote Carnage. And then when they want, they blow everything up. Oh. Infinite power. But how do they use it? I mean, I'm surprised they didn't copy the Field of the Dead yet with the Thespian Sage. That would make the most sense to me. Oh. Yep. Is Urza? I mean Ugin. The new Ugin. Possessed Portal. Opponent is playing the past, and I love it. 8 mana. If an opponent would draw a card, the player skips that draw instead. We give each end step, each player selects permanent of their choice unless they discard a card. They're like, let's play with what we have right now. Okay. Abundance is also great. This is a replacement effect. This is a replacement effect, so they get to choose. Each end step, each player. Okay. I will not discard. I would instead like to sacrifice a goblin. So from what I understand, they believe that they can just beat me with the permanents that they have. But I think their abundance still works, which is a really cool hack. Because they get to choose which replacement ability is applied, I believe. A replacement effect. Not that one, this one. If a player would draw, that player skips that draw instead. If you would draw, you may choose something specific. Sack to drain gain. So now they can't abrade their own portal. They're kind of locked into this Thunderdome with me. Make 2 more tokens. We can just go to combat. Swing with the token. Before blocks. Sack. Oh, we targeted our own thing. We're so dumb. Target. Pay. Sack. Then when we go to the end step, we get it back with the Sear Slicer. I guess if they don't want the portal, they just sack the portal, right? They sack their One Ring because it keeps dealing them damage. Yeah, so Abundance is working, which is crazy. It's a pretty sweet deck for my opponent, gotta be honest. Okay, so they're really trying to just exploit this coercive portal or this possessive portal. That's really cool. Their deck is entirely built around possessive portal. And that's super sweet because this is like a really sweet brute that they're trying to do. Oh, it's very dead. And I agree. I'm trying to let my opponent do their thing for a little bit. I just want to see like how are they going to finish it, right? Like, do they have like a way to win the game from here? Aha! See, I could feel it in my bones. Now, opponent, I'm gonna say that before we go to combat. Jimmy's good. I have something to do though. Do you know what agency I have? Before we go to combat, I would like to target you and say, each creature has to attack this turn. Huzzah. Bring it. I want all the smoke. No, you have to attack with all. That's what this card says. And now, I would like to die. GG's. Well played, opponent. Look, we finished that game in 10 minutes. That's beautiful. All right. Let's see. Just over an hour. Let me see. 11:21. Kind of just chill for a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to show you all the list that it was on. FlexSlot. FlexSlot's a really cool website if you want to see like sideboard guides and stuff. Professional people use it, and then I'm here. So we got. I gotta go to my content for this. Then we go to decks. Goblin Ringleader on FlexSlot will find you all of my deck lists, and this one is Budget Rakdos Goblins. It's $85. And yeah, we're just playing all of the cool cards. You can upgrade this with a bunch of different cards to make it a little bit faster, a little bit more consistent. But I wanted to try something a little bit different, a little bit more fun. Wort gives you this ridiculous amount of redundancy. You're able to get to the late game and just like, as you saw, play a Sting Scourger, immediately pick it up, play a Ringleader every single turn. The fact that it doesn't exile the cards that you cast is kind of insane. Yeah, no, 1,000%. That's the beautiful thing about like goblins, right? Is like you do it your way. So like I knew I was gonna die. I just wanted my opponent to do it for me. Since the cool thing about diplomats is sometimes you get in a position where your goblin diplomats is a 2-mana 2/1 that taps to make each creature attack this turn to Fable. So you're sometimes in situations where your opponent's in a board stall, but you can kill them if they tap out, and then you just make them attack. They're short lethal on you, or maybe you block one or two things and it's short of lethal, and then you kill them on the crackback. And it feels like such an amazing card, especially in 4-player, because you're able to tap it to force another person to attack that turn. And, you know, they either attack you or they have to attack someone else on the table, and they're, you know, you started a war. Besides that, some cards that I think have like been really cool are Brightform, Brightstone Ritual. Let's see, let's open this in a new tab. So 1-mana instant that adds a red for each mana pool. Make a red for each goblin in play. And if you have like a Krenko or a Sling Gang, like you saw in game 2 or game 1, sometimes like just making a couple red is good enough. Like if this is 1 mana to make 2 mana, that's decent. Sometimes this is 1 mana to make 9 mana. That's insane, especially when you have a card like Battlecry Goblin and other things. But yeah, this list is all up there on FlexSlot if you want to check it out. We had to make some adjustments to what I usually play. The mana base is pretty bad. The rest of it is pretty solid, and it's under $100 for, you know, a commander deck, which, you know, for a deck you can just pick up and play with your friends, I think isn't that bad. And yeah, I really appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's been a really special Commander episode. You know, I love Commander. I've been playing Commander for a long time. Combat Celebrant. Ooh, that's a good point. I'm gonna write that down. I have to pick that one up off Card Hoarder, but I do love me a Combat Celebrant. I'll put it in the notepad. Not that way, this way. I actually own a bunch of those in paper because I love that card in standard. Combat Celebrant. Okay. Really good recommendation. Really appreciate you. If you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to me ramble, hit that like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. The button's there, or there. If you want to do more support the channel, $1 a month gets your name right out in every stream. The members right now are Alpha Ronan, Tim's Top Decks, Elias Sutter, The Darth Newt, ADY100K, Jared Munsterman, and Annan. Absolute legends. Oh yeah, using it with KikiGQ, that would be nasty. But tomorrow, I'll be back. Another stream. Oh, actually, I should be back. I'm going to be streaming 2 things tomorrow besides the modern grind, which I might do later if I'm able to do it. But we have pre-release tomorrow. So I'm going to be streaming. I have a chest cam that I used on Dragons of Tarkir pre-release, and I'm going to be live at pre-release, opening my packs, the whole environment. I'm going to be trying to record as much as possible without being weird. And we're just going to hang out with our friends, crack some packs. Also, I'm buying a collector booster box of Final Fantasy tomorrow because I promised when we got to 3,000 subscribers that we'd crack one, and well, you guys smashed that. So just want to say I'm so grateful that y'all, are part of this community. The Goblin Horde is strong, and really appreciate y'all being here. We stream every day, 10 o'clock p.m. CST, and yeah, pre-release is gonna be a little different. Besides that, the modern grind must continue. I hope y'all have a beautiful night. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.